everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this video. So as you can see, I'm not in my studio where I usually record my YouTube videos. This is a room in the basement of my house, and this is where I do some video editing, some mixing. I also have a practice pad here, an electronic kit in the corner where I do some late night practicing also. So what I want to talk about in this video is, a lot of you guys asked me about how do I come up with the form in my solo. Is it preconceived or do I just do it in the moment? And it's kind of like the same question 2 videos ago, if I work on my videos before, and I know what I'm going to play, or do I just come up with it in the moment? And it's the same with the form of the video. I really just always start with a blank slate and I just start playing. And I let also the form unfold. And when I do look back at the form and see what I did, there is a certain form to it. So how does this happen? So it's in the same way as when I talked in a previous video about a drummer that's learning technique, and you practice every day, and then when you play live, slowly the technique seeps into your playing without you thinking about it. And it's the same thing with playing a form in a solo and being able to play a musical solo that goes somewhere. It goes places, and it might start with one theme or a groove, and then it might go somewhere else, then it might come back, it might go somewhere else again. I'm not thinking of this that I'm going to be playing a certain form. It's just what I hear. And the reason why I hear these things is because of all the music that I've listened to in the past, and all the musical experiences that I've had, also playing live with bands. So I'm not saying it's bad to actually come up with a form of a solo and say, I'm going to play this pattern for this many bars, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, or say I'm going to play a solo over an AABA form, like in jazz. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just mostly when I play, I just sit at the drums and I start playing, and I just let things unfold. So the way you could get to doing this, a lot of you have asked me, and the way to do it is to really listen to a lot of music, because everything is in the music when you listen to it. And if you could absorb all what's in there, it will become a part of you. So I want to talk about really deep listening, as opposed to just listening to music in the background. So I think these days, with iPhones and music all being digitally available on your little phone, you could have 10,000 songs on one phone, and it's very easy to just go from one song to another, not listen to the whole song, to listen to many different songs from different albums. And the way I grew up listening, and it's the way I still listen to music, is I really took one album at a time, and I really listened to it over and over and over again, sometimes 100 times. Not because I was out of an exercise that I really want to absorb this music, just out of the joy of listening to music and really enjoying it. You know, when I was growing up, there was no, even before CDs, we had vinyl. And so we'd put a vinyl on, and me and my brothers, we'd sit in the living room and we'd listen to the whole vinyl, sometimes 3-4 times. We spend hours, and we just sit and listen to the music, listen to all the sounds, really sit. And in the same way, like I was explaining, of just trying to listen to yourself without thoughts, the same way listening to music with a blank slate and just absorbing the sounds that are coming in with no judgment. And when you do this and you listen to an album that you really like, over and over and over again, you absorb all these sounds and all this music inside of you, and you absorb everything. You absorb the vocabulary that's happening, the interactions between the musicians, you absorb the melody, you absorb the chord changes, you absorb, and the form. You also absorb the form of the song that's going by. You also absorb the sounds of the drum kit, the sounds of the keyboards, everything. And all these things influence who you are as a musician, and how you're going to play, and how you're going to hear. Also how you're going to tune your drums. It's going to, because you're absorbing all these sounds inside of you. So the way I would really work on creating a musical solo is really to really listen to a lot of music, and it doesn't have to be even music where there's drums in it. A lot of albums that I've listened to, like one of my favorite albums is an album by Keith Jarrett called A Melody at Night with You, and it's just solo piano. It's just a beautiful album, beautiful music, beautiful playing, and just by listening to that musically, it really translates to the drums, the forms, the sounds, the soloing, the intensity, the feel of it. So I would really suggest for you guys to really listen deeply to music. So put some time aside each day or each week and just sit down and listen to a record that you really, really enjoy, and really listen to it over and over again. Enjoy it, and you will absorb all these sounds, and it will come out in your playing. So thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for listening again, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.